Shelley Luther will spend the next week in jail. Now the judge.
One salon owner in North Texas, well, she learned that the hard way.
And a hair salon owner who had also opened up her store has been jailed.
Luther tore up the citation to the cheer of the crowd.
But in Dallas, salon owner Shelley Luther faced 7 days in jail for just...
So your client is in jail right now?
But yesterday, a woman by the name, and I want you to remember this name, a woman by the name of Shelley Luther in Texas.
We don't support the random jailing of, for example, the woman who's now a household name, Shelley Luther.
I thought it was terrible. I thought he was a terrible judge.
The prisoner would like to speak a word. You need to apologize. What do you think? He said you need to apologize to the politicians. I was like, what?
So, sir, if you think the law is more important than kids getting fed, then please go ahead with your decision, but I am not going to shut the salons.
They're putting this woman in jail because she's trying to feed her kids. The whole thing is screwed up.
Well, I'm proud to stand with Shelley Luther, and I'll tell you what happened to her was wrong.
Yeah! I'm not anyone special. I just know that I have rights. You have rights to feed your children and make income. And anyone that wants to take away those rights is wrong.
We only had people in Washington, D.C. who had half the guts of this patriot play Shelley Luther.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us today. We want to encourage you to make sure and look at some of our previous shows. In case you haven't, we've had some really, really amazing guests. You can go to couragetostand.com to check those out. And today's guest is no exception to that rule. I want to introduce you to my friend, Dooney, from Dooney's Barber and Beauty Academy. Please welcome my guest. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing fine. Thank you
You're
for
good.
asking.
You're always so chill.
Yeah, I'm so chill.
Yeah, all the time.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a strange story how we met. It's been almost a year. I always gauge my time with before jail, after jail. We met before jail.
Right.
So basically to let people know kind of how we met, which we wouldn't have met otherwise, and I'm so glad that we did. I had the shop. We opened early, the salon, we opened early, and we had guests coming in and out, and the ordinance was still, we were not supposed to be open. No barber shops were open.
Right.
At the time, it was basically, you can go to Lowe's, Home Depot, I don't know, CBD oils, and all of this other stuff you could do, but the governor did not think that it was essential for you to get your hair cut. So we decided to open. I didn't know what I was doing at the time, I'll be honest with you, but I saw you and Miss Sharonda, your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my wife.
It's your wife?
Yeah, that's my wife. That's my better half. That's
okay,
the one.
perfect.
I wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for
You
her.
better be saying that. You're a smart man. That's why she's still around. No, I'm just kidding. So you guys were showing up at the shop. And I saw you a couple times before you came up and talked to me. Why'd you show up at the shop?
Well, here's the deal. We got a call from Channel 11, okay? A representative from Channel 11.
I did not know this.
Yeah, I know. We finna break it down, okay? And so someone we know on the inside of Channel 11, and so they did a story on you previously. And so I got a call, we talked to them, and they wanted to know from my perspective, how do I feel about you keeping your salon open during the order to shut down.
What'd
so I
you
was
tell
like, wait a minute. I said, you mean to tell me if someone got when the governor said they got to shut down and they still open, who is this? So I was curious. So I wanted to know why you were still open and how are you still open? Because once we got the order from TDLR, which is Texas Department of License and Regulation, to shut down, we shut down.
Yeah, we did too.
Yeah, I know.
We did for a month.
So we have courage. I love courage. I got courage. But at that moment, I didn't have the courage to stand like you did. So I wanted to know. And so I got with my wife. I said, we're going to go by there first before I even do a story with Channel 11. I wanted to know why and how. So when we came over, that was the question I asked you.
You know what? Let me just say something. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for going directly to the source and just asking. I wish so many people would have done that instead of assuming and typing all these ugly things all over Facebook, assuming why we did it. You took it upon yourself like an adult and came and went directly to the source and asked. So what did you ask me?
And so after the fact that we talked, then that's when I started seeing a lot of the negative comments, especially from the African American community, because they didn't understand, because they didn't know why or how. So what I asked you why? I said, why are you still open? And you said, because I don't want my co-workers or my stylists to go out and try to sneak around and do hair, you know, saying, and violate their license or jeopardize losing their license. So I just rather just stay open, you know, and also so they can feed their families and pay their bills, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, because they're independent contractors. So I was like, wow. I said, now, my next question is this.
I remember this.
I want to know, how are you still open now, due to the fact that we have been ordered to shut down? And so you broke that down to me. Now,
you said, how did you open?
Yeah.
And I said, with the key.
With a key. I said, you're right. You're right. I understand it from the layman's term.
No,
and, you know,
I was just being silly.
I know you were being, and I wanted to laugh, but I was like, you know, she right, with a key. Literally. But now I'm gonna get deeper. I said, I want to know how though. Like, are you gonna go? I mean, what's going on? And you said, well, I'm open, but I may be going to jail. Now, right there, we're gonna stop right there. Cause when you made that statement, I said to myself, I knew something like that was in there, because from my perspective, like I said, I have courage, okay? But I didn't have the courage, or neither. I think I can speak for the whole Black community.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't have the courage to stand when there was an order to close.
But let's talk, we talked about this.
Okay.
And
so,
I said, I understand why the Black community, or even the Hispanic community, or anyone that's not white, would not have the courage to do that. I understand that, because at the time there were a lot of things going on where Black people were scared to even get pulled over in their car for nothing, okay? And I told you, I understand what you're saying. I know that I'm this blonde white woman. I feel like I had a platform at that time to stand up for everyone, and somebody had to.
We appreciate you, because of you. You're the reason why we were able to open up early, because of your stands and your carries. So I want to say, you know, thank you on behalf of the whole barbering industry or hair industry. We were able to open early here in Texas. So thank you for that. You know what I'm saying? But again, I have to say this. I think it'd have just been a different result if I would have did that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to say this for the whole Black community. And
no, and I say you say it because you are probably right.
Yeah, I think it'd have been. I feel like it'd have been a different turnout from that perspective. But I told you from the beginning, I'm behind you, because I understand those two concepts. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you had the courage to stand. That's awesome.
You.
You know
what's great though, for in the future, it's something to compare to if someone in the Black community or the Hispanic community wants to stand up now, they'll be like, that lady did it. You can't do anything. So with me being the first one, it kind of sets a precedence where, you guys can't do anything now. You know what I mean? But I do understand how people were feeling. And it wasn't just the Black community. And I would say they were upset and mad, probably for that reason.
Right.
I don't blame them.
I'm just speaking from the Black, I don't mean to cut you off, just from the Black community, because I'm just going to switch the scenario. Now, if I would have stood and had the courage to stand at that moment and have went to jail, well, two things wouldn't have happened from my perspective. I wouldn't have been able to raise the money on GoFundMe because my people, I'm going to tell you how my people think. They would have said, first of all, you knew that you were supposed to close that salon down. You didn't. So I'd have had it would have been a different outlook for me, just from my own people. So so I was like, wow. So that's what amazed me.
You're the dummy that got yourself in that situation.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? And I think you had a Black judge at the time, right?
Oh, don't remind me.
I got to bring it up because I was looking at him like, wow, he's in a catch-22 situation.
He is.
You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, my prayers goes out to him. But that was amazing. But when he sentenced you to jail, I knew it was going to be even more bigger controversy from that point.
Yeah, it was unfortunate that he is a Black Obama-appointed judge, and people were quick to point that out. And a lot of things, too, he was following, and I get it, he was following the governor's order. I think what people did not like about the judge in my situation was the way he talked to me and wanted me to apologize. I think that's what really struck people. Apologize for offending him, or like, you know, because I was like, I'm opening because if you think the law's more important than people's kids getting fed, he said, you need to apologize for doing that. And I think that was his biggest mistake. If he'd have said, you knew the rules, you knew what was going to happen, we're going to have to do this, I'm sorry. If it was more like that, but he definitely used it as more of a like kiss the ring type thing, you know, putting me in my place, which I don't know where he comes from. You know, I don't know what he's dealt with, which is racism. I don't know, you know, and I'm not judging him. He was following the governor's rules. I get it. You know, the way he handled it was a little bit, a little rough, but maybe we would all go back and handle it differently. But I'll tell you, I would still open.
Yeah. And I believe you would, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I'm Team Shelly all the way. So like I said, those were the two questions that I had was why and how. And that's where I seen your courage to stand. And again, I just want to appreciate you for taking that stand for us.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Because we do understand the whole sanitation process or the whole decontamination process.
Tell us that. Tell us what you do every day before COVID. What do you do? And you're an instructor. You're the instructor at your school. And anyone that wants to go get barber training, Dooney's amazing. And his people are amazing. We've been there. And tell us what you do as far as sanitation is concerned in your shop before COVID even hit.
Thank you. That's a good question. Well, what we do every day is the core and the foundation of our educational process there at Dooney's Academy is the decontamination process, which is the lowest level of sanitation. Then you have disinfecting. Then you have sterilization, which is the highest of the decontamination process, which is always cleaning and sterilizing and making things sanitized so there will be a prevention of any spread of any disease.
Any disease.
Yes.
Even COVID.
Even COVID, because it's just another form of something that you can contract that's communicable.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Or contagious. And so we did this without 6-foot distancing. We did this up close all the time. Since the day that I picked up a pair of clippers or I decided to get in this industry, we've been practicing this. And so if you look at one of the oldest professions in the world, then you will see barbering. Barbering and doctors, dentists are three of the top professions in the world that's been around since the beginning of time. So we've always practiced at the prevention of any spread of any disease.
And let's talk about barbicide. That can kill a bad attitude.
Yeah.
that stuff, they use that everywhere. Barbicide kills everything. I don't know why they don't just sell it at the store.
Well, that's another thing. Barbicide and disinfectant spray was easy to find until COVID.
Until COVID, they all took our stuff.
Yes. Yeah, everybody started buying Lysol and all the shelves got empty on Lysol. But one thing about barbering, it took a while before people figured out that the disinfectant spray that we've been using since the beginning of time is just as effective as Lysol. So now
it's like
our
hospital grade. It's serious.
It's hospital grade, and it kills everything. You know, all bacteria. You know, most of the bacteria. So our shelves in the beauty supply houses begin to get empty when it comes to the disinfectant sprays. So in the Marvicide. So we were like, wow. So yeah. But we've been using a form of Lysol for years to disinfect our clippers, our combs, Marvicide with, you know what I'm saying, or Barbicide, that which you dilute with water, you know what I'm saying, that you could put in a wet sanitizer to keep one's tools and implements clean.
If someone goes to a barber shop or a salon and you don't see these things readily accessible and they're not cleaning, that stuff should have been done before COVID.
Yes.
You need to go somewhere else.
Right.
If that's not happening, that stuff should have happened before.
Right.
But I do want to get to after we got out of jail, you didn't go to jail, I went to jail, sorry. But after I got out of jail.
I was there in spirit.
That's good. That's good. I appreciate you. That's funny. We met up again. I can't remember if you reached out to us, but I feel like we reached out to you because we had your card.
Yes.
And because we did receive GoFundMe money. We received a lot of money through GoFundMe, and we were really blessed.
Wow.
Really
That's
blessed,
awesome.
you know. And we wanted to reach out to you, your community, and say, how do we give back to the people that believed in me?
Yes.
Before I went to jail, before the hype, before I became famous, all of those things, you and Sharonda were there.
Yes. Thank you.
And I remember that. I judge people by their actions. You're true.
Wow.
You're a true person, you know. You weren't talking the talk, you were walking your talk. You know what I mean? So we reached out to you, and we wanted to offer you something. But before we tell everybody what that is, we're going to bring on a special guest coming up, and I want to tell them what happened. But we will always have a forever friendship. And okay, I just want to make sure.
You're my sister from another mother.
Oh,
you know
I love it. I love it. You guys, we'll be right back with our special guest in this amazing story. Thank you.
The following are sponsors for today's show. If you'd like to become a sponsor, please visit us at couragetostand.com. Amy Autry offers customized health insurance options. She's licensed and appointed with multiple health insurance and health share companies, so she can review all your health insurance needs, advise, enroll, and support you ongoing with your policy. Amy has over 6 years of experience as a health insurance broker to save you time and money in shopping and enrolling in a customized health plan that fits your needs and budget. Her services are free, so give her a call at 817-809-4409. That's Amy Autry at 817-809-4409. Looking to buy or sell real estate in North Texas? The Neal team with Better Homes and Gardens Winans specialize in residential and farm and ranch properties. Call our friends Donnie and Darla at 903-744-5475 or email neal@winansbhg.com. Just one call, and as Donnie says, the pretty blonde and the ugly cowboy can put the power of two to work for you. Your journey starts here. Again, Donnie and Darla Neal at 903-744-5475. Jara Hutchins owns Clearing the Chamber, a female-owned firearms and self-defense training company that specializes in teaching women, youth, and families how to stay safe. We have a class for everything, including intro to handgun, time management for the gun owner, how to talk to your kids about firearms, license to carry, and how to protect what you're expecting, a class for new and expecting mothers. We have all 5-star reviews on Facebook and respond quickly to your questions. Give us a call at 469-665-9333 or email clearingthechamber@gmail.com and schedule your free consultation. Again, that consultation is free. Just give us a call at 469-665-9333.
Welcome back, everybody, to the show. We are here with Dooney from Dooney's Barber and Beauty Academy with our other special guest that I want to let you introduce, and I want you to tell the story of how our foundation got to meet this wonderful gentleman here.
Good question. Well, just a quick synopsis of how we met. We met in barber college. Now,
Okay, you're talking about you two.
We met.
Okay.
And first, let me introduce him. His, and I'm gonna let him go from there on his story. But B, we called him B.
B, I love it.
Okay, and I'm gonna let him tell you the real name and things like that.
The alphabet.
Yeah. And so we met in barber college back in 91, 92. Yeah, that's how long. So we have a history behind us when it comes to this field or this industry. And so that's why I met him at, and he graduated a little bit before me in barber college. And we just kind of stayed in contact from a peripheral point of view for years to come. So I heard a lot of things about him. He heard a lot of things about me, but we got disconnected in a way. You know what I'm saying? And so where we met at is where you got out and just to reiterate on that, when you got out of jail, I was there in spirit, and you called me. You had just gotten out that day, and it was amazing because you know my intentions was not to for anything in return by me supporting you, and so
that's why I called you.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Okay.
I get it. I got you. Appreciate that. And when you called me, it was a big surprise because I was just in spirit. I was praying for you from a distance. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not a fight that I know I can't win. So let me just pray, Lord. Send angels to protect her. And so you called me and you asked, hey, I would want to come by. I want to come by and I want to speak to your students. And I also would like to give them something. I said, wow. I said, okay. And so you came by the school and you began to just share your heart and fund, you know, some students that struggled during the pandemic on paying their tuitions and things like that. And then you turn around and say, and then I want to sponsor a student, someone that's less fortunate, that's struggling and things like that. Now, mind you, when I had just opened the school, so we hadn't been open more than 3 months, maybe 4 months.
It's the worst time too because COVID hit. You opened it, and COVID hits, and
then
it's like,
COVID hit, and we was already on our way of trying to, you know, get the business established. And so you offered, you know, a scholarship for someone that was less fortunate. And mind you, we just opened. He called me when we right before we opened and said, I need some help. For what you're doing, I just want to be a part of it. I don't know how, but So
that's what's crazy because I said I want you to think about who we can help, and you called me back a couple days later. I think it's coming back to me now, and so it must have been we reach out, we want to help someone, and in that time he's reaching out to you.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's not. There's no coincidences.
Yes, that's it.
That's favor.
True.
Okay.
So that part.
I got goosebumps. So go ahead.
And so as he was reaching out, he had reached out previously before you and I even met. But I was just in the, okay, God, well, how, I know we can help him for the school and things like that, but financially, he still needed help.
You weren't in the right place.
I wasn't in the right place because the COVID just hit. So our funds was being depleted where I couldn't help him financially. And plus, he needed more financial help. More versus just coming to the school and furthering his education, but he needed financial assistance.
Tell us what was going on with you. And we don't want to get deep into your story because that's nobody's business. But share with us what you were going through at the time.
Well, I was like in a transition, you know, because I was in the barber business for a while, but I was cutting at the house, right? So I wasn't up on the
new rules, the licensing, all that stuff.
So I let my license lapse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I wanted to segue some kind of way to get back into the business, especially when I saw him on the internet and he was opening up his school. I was like, whoa, okay, so that's where he is. You know what I mean? Okay. So I reached out to him and I said I wanted to be a part of it. You know, I wanted to go ahead and renew my license, go ahead and go through the program. So I had to go through the whole program, which I thank you so much for helping me.
Oh, no, it's just an opportunity.
Yeah. And I wanted to go ahead and enroll into the instructor program so I can be one of his lead instructors. You know? So yeah, we like tied like glue.
I love it.
Yeah.
I think that's great. And I think God works in mysterious ways.
Yeah, I believe that.
All of us have been in a situation where we've needed help. All of us.
Right.
And that's what this is all about. When this happened with the salon, a lot of people wanted to make it like a black-white thing or a Republican-Democrat thing. And I'm looking at people.
Yes, in general.
I'm looking at my people, humans, you know. You came to me, you didn't want anything. You know how many people have come to me wanting something? You know what I mean? Which I understand. There's people that need something, but you came because you just really were kind of interested in what we were doing, but you took a lot of heat. You took a lot of heat.
Yeah, I did. And for you to bring that up, I'm glad you brought that up. And when I came to you, it was just like, again, why and how. But when I heard your heart, then I began to understand that you're just looking out for people in general. Your diversity at your salon is diverse. You got
how many white people were in there besides me? Zero.
What that? No, maybe one.
There's one. He's Spanish.
Oh, he's Spanish. Okay. Yeah.
Me.
But it's that's what I'm saying. When I seen and I walked in your salon, it's diverse. You got all nationalities in there.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care what you look like.
Yeah, I know.
You want to cut hair, you're a good person, you get along with everybody, let's do it.
And it was evident. And I shared with you. Remember, I said, you know what? I'm gonna come maybe a day or two, and I'm gonna bring my clients. Remember?
Yes.
And during the pandemic, while you were still open, I think right before you went to jail, I came by and I cut it one day in your salon.
I love it.
I brought some of my clients and I cut, and they was like, "Where you going?" You know, mind you, I have a whole school across the way on the other side of 35.
Where's the school?
But I went to her salon.
Where's the school?
The school is located on Gannon.
Gannon, where?
Right at the edge of Oak Cliff and Duncanville on I-20 and Cockrell Hill.
Okay.
It's 4333 Gannon Lane.
Tell them.
We're Suite 115.
Okay,
you can Google us.
You can Google Dooney's Barber Shop.
Yeah, Dooney's Barber and Beauty Academy.
How often do you start a new class?
We start a new class at least once a week if we get enough enrollment.
Okay.
And here,
wait, that's a lot.
Yes, but sometimes we got once a week available. That don't mean we sign up somewhere.
Yeah,
once
but
a week.
that means you give a lot of one-on-one attention. It's not just piles of people in there.
Oh, no. Sometimes we may have a class of 2 or we may have a class of 3, but mostly since the pandemic and things, and it's just been moving slow, but it's been moving, it's just been at a pace. So we're one of the fastest growing barber and beauty academies in the state of Texas.
I'm so proud of you. You deserve that.
Well, thank you.
That's favor.
Thank you. That's right. That's favor. I received that. You know what I'm saying? And again, I just wanted to talk about your heart. And I want people to really understand your heart, you know what I'm saying, and why you do what you do. And it wasn't just a black thing, and it wasn't just trying to reach our community. And how I consider my community now is just not one area, because especially communities abroad are connected in the way of there's people that are less fortunate in a lot of communities now. In the Latino community, the African-American community, even white communities. There's people that are less fortunate. And in this day and time with the pandemic, it shifted the world. Everybody was affected by it. So in some cases, and in any case, it really wasn't a color thing when the pandemic happened.
No, it happened to everybody.
So
it happened to everybody.
Yes.
Here's what I really like about you, Byron.
Me?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Here's what I really love about you, and that my husband and I talk about often. I got a lot of heat during COVID for opening back up. Okay. From cosmetologists, mostly, because they were mad that I was part of making stylists essential, and they had to go back to work.
Right.
And they couldn't sit at home.
They didn't want to go back
and get their unemployment they were getting.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's all around the world.
Okay. So this is not a color.
That's not. I was giving. That's not a color thing.
Okay. That is not, because it was every color that. Wow. Why did you do that? You don't speak for us. I'm like, I'm not speaking for anybody. I just want people. If you feel like you want to go to work and feed your family, you have that right to do that. Definitely. If you want to sit at home, sit at home.
Wow. Yeah.
I don't care. But don't be mad at me because I want to create opportunity for people, right?
Yeah.
You at a time where you could have not gone to work. You could have collected a government paycheck. Yeah. You could have sat at home. You could have played the woe is me or pity me.
Yeah, it's not in my DNA.
That's that's why we love you.
Thank you.
Honestly,
I love you.
We need more people like you.
That's right. Most definitely.
And him too. And what you are.
Courage to stand.
Yeah.
We need.
That is.
Courage to stand.
That's why you guys are here. And of course, I might have been a helper, but you were the facilitator in all of this. This wouldn't have happened without you.
Yeah. Okay. It's a lot of people, they don't realize the flip side of it. I saw the flip side. So I'm like, look, this is not it. You know what I mean? I got to find some kind of way to get back in the system, you know, and the barber business, it changed, you know, it's more money in it now. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You know, the money's there if you work.
If you work, you got to be there.
It's a very lucrative industry.
You gotta be
if you
there.
hustle.
So many ways.
Listen, and you're your own boss. And that's what we appreciate most about that. You can do whatever you want. You set your schedule. You make your money.
Yep.
You said how much
It's
you
all on you.
charge.
It's all on you.
And I would have to say this, and I don't mean to interrupt you guys, but we experienced a little what you call pressure when we definitely supported your movement. And like I said, I understood why and how. I believe a lot of salons didn't understand, salon owners didn't understand why or how. They just jumped into a conclusion or their own opinion, or they went judgmental without really learning the details or the facts of what's
We
going
are
on.
all guilty of that.
Yeah.
Not just this situation. We
Mm-hmm.
all need to be better at before we jump to conclusions and judge people. I don't know where you came from, and I didn't know where you came from, but I knew, like you said, your heart when I met you, and I'm like, I knew instantly you were a great guy and I wanted to help in some way. You know what I mean? And you coming to me, kind of the same thing. And people that want to be helped, we should help those people.
Yeah, right. I agree.
And the thing about it is, this guy, he didn't tell me anything.
You didn't know?
I did not know anything. He did. Did you tell anybody at the school that somebody was getting something? Because
that was sneaky.
Yeah, I didn't know. I was like, you saw my reaction. I'm like, what's going on? What?
Yeah.
What?
I didn't know he didn't
like,
know, but
wow.
I knew after.
I did not know.
I knew after we told you, you did not know. It was shocking. You were
Yeah,
like,
I'm like,
are you punking
what?
me?
Yeah. I'm like, Aston Kutcher, come on out.
That's what's up.
We actually, I think we took a little bit of video that day, and we'll try to post it on the website. I think we did have, so you can see the shocking reaction that
like,
Byron
what?
had. And I left with the free T-shirt, so I was super excited. I wear that all the time. All the time I wear it.
You definitely impacted the students' lives as well as those that were struggling during the pandemic. And they, I'm pretty sure I can speak for them, the other students that you helped to say thank you.
You're welcome. And like I said, to me, it wasn't even my money.
Awesome.
That was a blessing.
It was a blessing.
And I can say thank you to everyone that did support Shelly with the GoFundMe. Thank you for that, because she's doing, not only she helped us, but she's helping a lot. Because I heard a little later you went to, I think, Laredo, Texas, and helped a couple.
But I'm racist.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
No.
Let them tell it.
Yeah.
No, we did. There were some girls there that got taken down in their houses, young ladies for doing nails or something in their house, and we went, oh no.
Braids.
No, we're not playing. We're not playing that.
Courage to stand. So so again, we're honored to be on your platform.
Yeah,
thank you. You are welcome.
And because you had a heart of God like that, it helped us and gave us a courage to stand in the predicaments that we were in. Because like you said, we don't know, you don't know what people go through. And,
you don't.
And because we as a business, me as a business, just opening, and so a lot of the savings was depleted, because even though we had to shut down for that month or two that we shut down, the bill collectors were still asking for money.
That's right. I was still paying my salon rent. I was 2 months behind on. Listen, I'm going to talk about being in a hard position. Before I was 2 months behind on my mortgage.
See?
Oh, okay.
And then all of a sudden, in a week, I'm able to help people. That's why I understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not better than anybody. I'm not trying to play. I want everybody to know that no matter what you decide to do, you are essential. You are essential to yourself and your family, and the government does not have the right to tell you otherwise.
That's right.
And it's not a color.
Oh, no.
It's not a Republican, Democrat. That has nothing to do with it.
I think they kind of throw that out there to deter people from the real
I think
stuff.
so. But we're humans. We're people. We need to help each other, and we need to quit judging each other. And I'm so honored to have both of you on my show.
I just went and passed my state board exam.
Announcement to national TV. Wait, the camera.
Oh, I passed my exam. Now I'm about to enroll into the instructors program.
Thank you so much.
And I have to say that he's ongoing, and he's been not only that, he's been a big inspiration to all the other students. And
I was the first one.
I'm not surprised. You were chosen. You were chosen.
I couldn't drop the ball on that. I couldn't drop the ball.
Thank you guys so much for being on the show. We would love to have you back again sometime, because I want to hear the updates with both of you, because y'all are going places and you're doing it right.
Anytime.
And just keep forwarding all of the favor that you're getting, and that's all that I ask for. And for the rest of you, just be kind to humans. That's all we want.
It's all
and we can stop all of this that's going on, honestly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Agree.
Oh, yeah.
I agree. We thank you. Like I said, we thank you again. You keep doing what you do and keep having the heart that you have. And we team Shelly.
The
so,
genuine heart.
Genuine.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? I might be jumping this way too far because I'm a chess player too. I say Shelly Luther for president.
Oh, God.
Cut that out of the show. Cut that out of the show for real.
Anyway. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Please make sure you go to CourageToStand.com. You can see all of the other episodes that we have created. Share with everybody. That's the only way that we can share these amazing stories and spread all the love that we have for other humans. Again, I'm Shelly Luther, thanking you for having the courage to stand.